In Lakesh, and welcome everybody. Don't adjust your sets. I know the beard and the long flowing hair and the sexy Italian accent have gone missing. I'll be your host this evening. I'll be your guide. Fed, who has hosted on most of the occasions in the past, he's still with us. He's in the background. He's checking out all the, making sure all the feeds are live and looking after any technical issues and probably answering some of the comments. So we're just going to hang around just for a minute or so, and just to see that, make sure everybody's had a chance to get online. Okay, welcome. Thank you ever so much for joining us this evening, and welcome to the latest of the Celtic Fire Festivals, Litha. We're going to be streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So whether you're watching live or on replay, welcome, and welcome to the family. This is a global fire, and you're all part of it. So there'll be some comments at the bottom. If you can just leave some comments in the comment field on the media, whichever one you're watching from. It'll be good to have your feedback. Just give us a little notification of where in the world you are and what your plans are for Litha. But yeah, it would be good to share this experience with you. So Litha is the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year. It's the peak of light. It's the summit of the wheel, and from here the days begin to shorten. So it's almost like we're at the top of the mountain, and we're just taking in the view at this time of the year. But we don't descend just yet. We just take in the fullness of what the sun is offering for us in its fullness. So the rose is the flower of Litha. It blooms at peak. It doesn't hide its beauty. It just opens itself out unapologetically. And it also doesn't, it's not afraid to show its vulnerabilities either through its beauty. It has the thorns to protect it, and it's not afraid to show them. So you should use this as an opportunity to be more like the rose. Allow yourself to bloom. Allow your colors to show, and show your vulnerability. Know that you are protected. So for this evening, we're going to be bringing several of the other students on, and each one will be doing a little piece and a little offering for Litha. What I will do now is I will bring each of them up on stage so that you can all have a wave. So this evening, we're going to be having a presentation from Sean, who's going to be explaining the history of Litha and what it means to other cultures, and pretty much all through time, really. And then after him, we've got a meditation. So there's a chance to take the flame and go within with Beck. And when she is completed, we've got Shell will be coming up. Shell has a poem for us, and she's going to do a little piece on plant medicine in relation to Litha. And then following that, I'll be doing a little drum journey for us, and we'll be completing the session with Hayden. And he has some conscious awareness practices for us to try out, which I haven't seen before, and I'm really looking forward to seeing. So without further ado, I am going to take each one of you off stage now, and we'll see you a little bit later on. And our first guest is going to be Sean. Sean, how are you feeling this evening? Ooh, sorry, Sean, I think you're muted. Give me a second. There you go.
Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. And do you have any plans for Litha?
Well, I'm just spending till tomorrow at a friend's clamping site just near Bath, and then sometime tomorrow afternoon I shall be heading over to the retreat near Swansea.
Excellent. I look forward to sharing it with you.
Ready for that?
Okay.
So it should be a good next 4 or 5 days.
Yeah. Well, if you're ready, then Sean, I will take myself off screen and I will hand the stage entirely up to you.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name's Sean, and I'm going to be presenting the first part of tonight's various presentations we've got. David's already mentioned a couple of things which I'll bring up. Went through several sources to look at the a bit of history on Litha, and obviously several websites come up, and I found that some of them were a bit maybe contradictory, but just had different bits of information in, and included from different sites into what I'm going to present to you tonight. Anyway, but obviously with time I couldn't put everything in. So Litha, how to celebrate Litha, the rituals, traditions and ideas for the summer solstice. Litha is pronounced differently. It's pronounced L-E-E sound and then third, Litha. It's also known as Midsummers, which I'm sure a lot of you heard of, and depending on your source of researches, some will state this is a widely observed pagan celebration that many historians believe has been practiced for thousands of years. And I found other sources stating, unlike the ancient Gaelic fire festivals of Imbolc, Beltane, and Lugnasada, and I probably ruined that, and Samhain, Litha does not appear in Celtic myths or early medieval Irish texts, and it's a more modern tradition. So far, there's no evidence that ancient Celts honoured the midsummer solstice with formal rites. One of the 4 Celtic fire festivals honoured the summer solstice. So midsummer or the summer solstice is a Sabbath all about celebrating the sun. This does not mean that the solstice was unimportant to them. Cultures across prehistoric and ancient Europe clearly paid attention to the sun's movements. Monuments that you would have heard of, such as Stonehenge in England and Grange stone circles in Ireland, are aligned with the sunrise on the summer solstice anyway. So that shows how important it was in their culture back in those times. So moving on, the spiritual meaning of Litha. Spiritually, Litha represents the culmination of the sun's power. David already mentioned about sort of at the top of the mountain, as it were, begin to the longest day of the year, and from there the days will get slowly shorter and the nights slowly longer. The sun's at its strongest, the earth is lush, the trees are green, the grass is growing, crops are growing, and those animals born in the springtime, they're getting bigger now. And what began stirring at Imbolc, emerging at Ostara, and growing into life at Beltane is now clearly visible, as I've just said. It is a time to honour the fire in both literal and symbolic ways. In the Wiccan traditions, Litha marks the peak of the god's power and the fullness of the goddess. The goddess is radiant and fertile in her mother aspect, while the god stands at the height of his strength. Depending on tradition, he may appear as the Oak King, the Horn God, or the Green Man. So you can see we've got various traditions there, but meaning the same thing. But Litha is not only about peak energy, it is also a threshold. After the summer solstice, the days begin to shorten, as we've already mentioned, as the year turns toward the harvest. It is also at this time that the Oak King is overtaken by the Holly King, who rules the waning year from Litha to Yule. So yes, the holiday is bright and joyful, but there's a little memento mori baked in there as well. Because of this, Litha is a powerful time for gratitude, being grateful for everything that we've received so far this year, for being confident, for abundance in your work and the protection magic that you receive, your creative energy and reflection as well, reflecting on what you've achieved so far. So it's a good time to ask these following questions. What has reached full bloom in your life? Is there something that you've been working on and you finally got it finished, whether it been a project at work, project in your private life, or anything like that? Has it reached full bloom now? Next question is, what deserves to be celebrated? And just thinking about that myself, is it something that I've done that deserves to be celebrated, or is it something that maybe somebody else has done that deserves to be celebrated? You feel that that should have recognition because the person probably doesn't know, didn't think about celebrating it. That's just how I'm interpreting it myself. The next question is, what needs attention before the harvest season begins? So before the harvesting of the crops is done, what needs your attention in your life to progress? The history of Litha. On Litha, the summer solstice, the sun seems to stop in the sky. It's rising and setting in the same place for a few days in a row. The word solstice comes from the Latin solstitium, which means the sun stands still. The modern use of the word Litha for the summer solstice originates from the work of Gerald Gardner, the founder of modern Wicca. So as I mentioned earlier about historians are saying now it goes back some hundreds or thousands of years. Now we've got a conflicting point here from Gerald Gardner. He likely discovered it in the Venerable Bede's De Temporum Ration, where Bede recorded that the Anglo-Saxon month names included June, meaning before Litha, and July, after Litha. In the Northern Hemisphere, this Sabbath is observed on either June the 21st or the 22nd, and on December the 21st or 22nd for the Southern Hemisphere. Some people who are in the Southern Hemisphere, to stick to traditions, will still celebrate it on the June dates as well. But as I've read through various sites, it doesn't matter as long as the intention is still there when you do it. Pagan holidays can be celebrated in ways that are fun and accessible to practitioners of all walks of life. Especially for beginners, it's good for them to see that they can have fun when they're doing it, while still honouring the beautiful traditions from which these celebrations sprang. Because ultimately, that's what it's about, the traditions of something. And it doesn't have to be all straight-faced. You can still have fun when you're doing it, as long as the intention is there to honour it. Today, many witches and pagans honour Litha as a time of joy, illumination, and gratitude for nature's gift. Which I already mentioned about gratitude for what you've received so far. With that in mind, I'll talk through now how to celebrate the summer solstice and help you find the perfect rituals to craft your own Litha holiday traditions. They'll be tailored. You can easily find these things online again, but they can be tailored to your needs as well. Bonfires and fire rituals. Lighting fire symbolizes the sun power and cleansing energy. And that fire could be even just a candle, which we will be doing, which I'll do this evening as well. Dancing and singing. These communal celebrations often include music, dance, and storytelling around the fires. So it's combining with the lighting of the fire as well. Gathering herbs and flowers. For this ritual for Litha, the flowers like St. John's wort, yarrow, and daisies are collected for magic and medicines. Altar swaps, if you've already familiar with these practices, you could refresh your altar with bright colours, which is and the colours associated with Litha are yellow, gold, orange, or red. Again, if you look at various sources on the internet, you might find different colours in there as well. And the sun symbolises symbols such as sunflowers or sun wheels, which I'd seen on a couple of the sources that I was looking at in the last couple of days. Feasting, seasonal foods, such as including fresh fruits, grains, and honey are shared. So it's all about eating what's in season at that particular time. Something which you can get a lot of out of season foods in this modern day and age. Offerings, which is something I recently learned while working with Fred and the Sham fam, is leaving out bread, wine, honey, or flowers for spirits and ancestors to honour their guidance, presence, and even their protection, just to show that you know that they're there and that they're watching over you, not taking them for granted. And it's all just you're giving something back to show that you know that they are there to help you. So building an altar, maybe some of you already got some experience with this. If you haven't, I'm just going to go through a few things now, and again you'll find more on the internet. So building your Litha altar. To set up an altar that radiates the sun's energy and the fullness of summer. As I've already mentioned, the colours gold, yellow, orange, and red are associated with this time of year when we have good sunny days. Candles, I guess the best ones are beeswax, yellow candles to represent sunlight. I always, in the last year or so, I've used for normal light in the evening, use beeswax candles, so I'm not putting toxins into the air. Herbs for this altar will be calendula, lemongrass, lavender, and St. John's wort. There's also crystals that can be used, such as citrine, amber, sunstone, and tiger's eye. Symbols, I've already mentioned a couple: sunflowers, the sun wheels, fire symbols, shells for the water balance. And what we can offer for the spirits and ancestors are fresh fruit, honey, nuts, flowers, and herbal teas. I found another blog page, and when I read on this blog page, I felt it had a good meaning, and it brings us to the ritual which I'll go through and perform. Honouring the sun and the ancestors. Use Litha to express gratitude to the sun's life-giving energy and to honour your ancestors who guide you and protect you. They just give you that little nudge in the right direction. They close a door which you're not meant to walk through. It's not the path you're supposed to go down. So lighting a candle or a bonfire in their memory, leave them offerings on your altar or outside in nature. Write a letter to an ancestor or spirit and burn it safely to release intentions or messages. So what we can do for this one, you'll have 2 pieces of paper, because we're coming to a time of new beginnings. You'll write down one thing on one piece of paper that you want to release. That will have no place in your future, what is ahead of you after this moment. Try to make it specific. It could just be one word. You're going to write it on there, fold it, and that's the one that you'll burn. So I'm writing the one word on there, which I don't want to take with me and has no place in my future. And that's the one I'm going to burn and leave behind. And on the other piece of paper, you're going to write down something which you're taking with you. It's could be a plan that you've had. You may have already started it in the last couple of weeks. So just write that down. We're not going to burn this one now. Now, as I've learned recently in the last few months, a bit more about the word intention. For me, it was like, well, I intend to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning if I'm not tired. But since I've met Fed, I've learned there's a little bit more to it than that, which sort of makes me think about it. It's having the intent so it can be felt. And it's not something you're just going to go, yeah, okay, then that's it. So for me to try to focus myself on it and to help me try to understand it a little bit more, and so it can be felt and seen. I'd just like to take a couple of moments first, taking a few breaths, doing some box breathing, just to make sure that my nervous system is calm and that I'm focusing on it, keeping myself calm, and that the intention is actually going to be felt by whoever's guiding and watching over me. So if you're actually going through this now, you've got a candle there ready in a bowl. You've written on one piece of paper already what you want to leave behind. There's no place in your future, and what you are taking to your future with you. So I'm just going to sit here for a couple of minutes, close my eyes, and do 3 or 4 cycles of box breathing, just to make sure I'm getting myself focused with the intent of what I need to achieve here. So I'm burning there now, but there's no place in my future. And from this point on, I won't be carrying it with me anymore. On this piece of paper, I shall put it underneath what I intend to carry forward with me into my future. Leave that there until the candle is burnt down. I'm just using a beeswax tea candle. It can sit there and burn through the evening. It's safe. It's in a bowl. So I won't sit there and watch that while on the show here. So that concludes my input for this evening. Thank you for listening. And I hope I passed on some knowledge to you as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. That was excellent. Very informative. I think I learned quite a bit from that. Is there anything in particular that you learned from your experience of learning more about Litha?
Pretty much everything I read there, because I'd made
Yeah.
notes on the various websites, and looking at two or three different websites. It's like the words I'm familiar with, like the Wiccan as well, but not having any real knowledge of all of it at all, and just the similarities between that and the other festivals we've done since December, which I mentioned. But pretty much,
Mm.
everything there is new to me.
Okay. Well, it's always a great opportunity to learn when we come across these new seasons.
Yeah.
So
It takes,
I
takes
thank you.
time.
I thank you for your offering. So to anybody out there watching, whether it's live or on replay, if you have any sort of prayers or wishes that you wish to give to the fire, you put them in the comments. We could print these out and we could offer them to the fire at our own ceremony this weekend. This Saturday, we're going to be doing a fire walk, myself and Sean and some of the other guys. And you look shocked there, Sean. And yeah, so we will be also making our offerings for ourselves. But if you have any prayers, I invite you to put them in the comments. They're not too personal, that is, and we'd be more than happy to make that offering for you. So I will thank you for now. Thank you, Sean. I will just exit you from the stage. So I wanted to bring your attention quickly to one of the master classes that we hold here at Shamanic Activations. If you follow the link at the bottom of the page or the bottom of the screen there, you're welcome to come and join. And maybe there's something in there that you'll want to learn. Maybe you want to come and join the Sham fam too, and be thrust up on stage just like us. So I think it's now time. Now that we've kindled the fire with Sean, now it is time for some inner peace and to take that fire within. So I welcome up Beck. How you doing?
Hi, good, thank you.
This is Beck's very first time doing a presentation.
First time ever.
Very first time, yes. And I know she's going to be absolutely brilliant. So, so Beck, so how have you been finding the course so far?
Really good, really interesting, intense, but in a good way. And I'm just learning something new every day,
Excellent. And have you got any plans other than the retreat this weekend for Litha, for yourself or your family?
Not really. It's just the sound bath and the retreats, and that's our way of like celebrating it. So
Excellent. Okay, well, I'm going to stop gabbing now. I'm going to step aside and I'm going to leave the stage all for you. So good luck, and you're going to be excellent.
thank you. Welcome everyone. As we come together today to honour Litha, I invite you to settle into this sacred moment and to connect to the energy of the sun at its fullest. It's a time of warmth, abundance and growth. And today I'll be guiding us through a full chakra balancing meditation, focusing mainly on the solar plexus chakra, our inner sun. The solar plexus chakra is our centre of personal power, inner strength and transformation. It is also associated with the element of fire, the same element we honour during Litha. So now as we begin, I invite you to get comfortable and start to just settle into your body. Take a few deep breaths. And when you're ready, close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just release any tension that you have been carrying. And as you inhale, I want you to visualize a column of white pure light stemming from your crown chakra, the top of your head, all the way down. And as you breathe out, I want you to visualize a cord, a thread, going from your coccyx into the ground, into Mother Earth. And at the same time, I want you to visualize roots stemming from the soles of your feet into the ground, into Mother Earth. So as we're breathing in, intend that you're breathing in that pure white light, that energy force. And you can breathe it through your crown chakra and also at your heart center. And exhale. And as you exhale, I want you to push down all that tension that you've been carrying. Push it down and intend to disperse this into Mother Earth to be neutralized for the greatest good. Now, as you take a deep inhale this time, I want you to visualize that beautiful pure white light entering your heart center. And there you can visualize a white orb. And this is going to be your protection bubble. Breathe in and see that expanding. And as you breathe out, just push that bubble out. Push it out so it's encompassing you and your energy fields, and intend now that you are divinely protected. So now you're feeling calm and relaxed, grounded and centered. Just bring your awareness to the base of your spine, to your root chakra, and just see this as a beautiful orb of red energy. And as you breathe in, visualize this orb getting brighter and more radiant. Take a few deep breaths here. And just affirm with me, I am safe, I am centered, I am grounded. I am safe, I am centered, and I am grounded. And when you're ready, we're going to bring our focus and move your awareness to your lower abdomen, the sacral chakra. And here you can visualize a beautiful ball of glowing orange energy. Feel the warmth radiating from this ball of energy. And as you breathe in, just imagine breathing in to this center. Now you can affirm, I am creating, I am connecting to my creativity. I am connecting to my creativity. See that glowing orange light now, getting brighter and energizing you. Now we just want to bring our awareness to the space just about above your navel. This is the solar plexus. And imagine a warm, glowing, golden light here. And with each inhale, allow this golden light to grow brighter. And just feel this warmth radiating in and around your body, energizing every cell. And if this feels right, you can place your hands just above this solar chakra energy center. And I just want you to connect now with the element of fire within you. A sacred flame that nurtures, transforms, and guides you. And just affirm to yourself, I step into my personal power. And take a deep inhale when you're ready. And just affirm once again, I step into my personal power. And just let that affirmation sink in. And take a deep breath in here. Still visualizing that beautiful golden flame. I love and accept myself as I am. I love and accept myself as I am. And just take a moment here to ask your inner fire, what is it that I need to know right now? And just sit with whatever arises. What is it that I need to know right now? The answer might come to you now, or it might come later, or even in a dream. And just take a deep breath when you're ready and breathe into that power. And breathe out anything that blocks it. And when you are ready, let's move on to the heart center. So I want you to bring all your awareness now to the heart. And if that feels right, you can place your hands upon your heart. Or if not, you can just let them gently rest by your side. visualize a beautiful green ball of energy. This is your heart center. And just see it opening up. And take a deep breath into this center. And here we connect to love, compassion, and gratitude. On your next inhale, feel that love and gratitude and hold it in your heart. And release. Now allow your attention to move to the throat chakra, where we see and visualize a beautiful orb of blue energy here. Just take a moment to focus on this center, focusing on the space in your throat. And on your next inhale, intend to express your truth. I intend to express my truth and step into my authentic self. I express myself freely and authentically. See this blue orb growing brighter. Beautiful blue color. Now let us bring our attention to our third eye chakra. And here you can visualize a beautiful indigo light just in the middle of your brow. And let's just take a moment to connect with our intuition, our inner voice, and our inner wisdom. Just visualize that beautiful indigo color, awakening your third eye, connecting you to your inner wisdom. You may feel a light tingling sensation here or slight pressure, and that's okay. And finally, let's slowly bring our awareness to our crown chakra at the top of your head. And just visualize the purest white light radiating and expanding, connecting you with the higher realms, the universal energy and divine wisdom. Just focus on this space. Now take a moment to feel all of your energy centers aligned, grounded into the earth and connected to spirit. Allow the energy of the meditation to settle into your body. And when you're ready, gently begin to return to the space around you, softly and slowly. Bringing awareness back to your body. You may wiggle your toes, your fingers, your arms, your legs. And when it feels right, you can open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you to everyone for joining us today and just being on this beautiful guided meditation with me. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening, and bless Litha.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thanks, Beck. Thank you. You really do have a voice for meditation. Have you been meditating for long?
Yes, for the past few years, but I'd say probably the last year I've been really going into it on like a deeper level and exploring it more.
And what do you think meditation brings for you, and what benefits do you think it would give for other people?
Oh, do you know, so many, because you're dropping into different brain waves.
Sure.
Yeah. So it just connects you to, like, in today's society where it's hustle and bustle and we're on the go all the time, and it's just taking that moment of just connecting with your inner self, you know, connecting to you and who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So how did it feel for your first time up?
Bit nerve-wracking, not gonna lie.
All gone now, though.
Yeah.
No, you were brilliant. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Well, we'll take you off backstage now, and we'll see you a little bit later on. So, now that we've just had the quiet meditation from Beck, I would like to draw your attention to any of you that know Fed or follow the shamanic activations will have known about the wonderful app that he's put together called Merlin. Now, Merlin is a sort of one-stop shop. It is a free app that you can download when you register on there, and you can use it for journaling. You can have some daily mantras on there to help you guide you through the day. There's even a way of following your food plan, and there are some free meditations on there, very much like Beck's. So I encourage you to. Oh, sorry, I didn't even show the link, did I? There's the link. If you follow the link below, you'll see everything that it's got to offer. And if you want to take it any further, there's a range of practitioners on there offering various different services. So I heartily encourage you to get involved, and see what's on offer for you. So, with that out of the way, I just give me 1 second. There was a couple of messages that I just wanted to highlight. So, just wanted to say a quick hello to Janan. She's come to join us after work this evening. Hello, Janan. See you this weekend. And lovely Lindsay's still with us. And I wanted to give another special mention to a very special lady. Where is she gone? Gemma Harvey. She is not going to be able to make it this weekend, but she will be sadly missed. But just wanted to say that you're still with us here tonight, my darling. So thank you. Right. Well, before we go, before I start rambling off and going off on a tangent, I'm going to bring up the lovely Shell. Hello, Shell.
Good
How are you doing, my
evening.
lovely?
Good. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Good. Good. Good.
Right. Well, I think I've talked enough for now. I am going to jump off stage and I'm going to hand the stage over to you. So,
Thank you, lovely.
Here you go.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So this evening we're going to do a story of ancient folklore, and it's all about the Oak King and the Holly King. So the story of the twin brothers, they are the nature spirits that support the wheel of the year. So even though they're twins, they're very, very different. The Oak King loved the sunshine and the warm weather and the energetic summer days, and he wore a crown full of bright oak leaves and acorns. Whereas the Holly King, he loved the dark, dark nights and the cold breeze and the calm sleeping forest. He wore a spiky crown that was full of dark red holly berries and evergreen leaves. They were the guardians of the woods. And hopefully you can see this. Will that work? Can you see them? So twice a year at the solstice, a mystic rite is performed deep in the forest. The mighty Oak King and the Holly King come together in a magical combat that determines who will rule the coming months of the year. The battle is ceremonial, and the outcome is always the same, stretching far back into the mists of time. The Holly King will rule the darkest parts of the year, and this starts from the summer solstice all the way to the winter solstice. And the Oak King will rule the brightest part of the year, starting at the winter solstice and ending at the summer solstice. The cycle is eternal, and the outcome will always be the same. The fight is fierce. One king must fall so the other may rise. Change is inevitable, and when something is finished, we must let it go. So the old must be released so that the new can take shape. But please know that instead of these brothers being disgruntled, they were the best of friends. They knew that their battles were required. They were so important, and by sharing and taking it in turns, they would rule the forest together to provide perfect balance. And this allowed all the animals and plants to grow and flourish, and also to rest and renew. So I've been out on a little bit of a forage to try and find. So I found an oak. And this beautiful, beautiful leaf, as you can see, is full, it's expansive, it's full of fruition, and it also looks like it's been nibbled by some sort of little caterpillar or something. But it's at its highest and glorious, and even the stem is absolutely beautiful. Whereas the holly, look at this lovely little holly I found. Look how dinky he is. The holly just now is starting. It's just starting to grow. And there's like a tiny, tiny little bud in the middle. So at this time of year, they're lovely, bright green. Whereas in winter, where we normally see them, they're really, really dark. Whereas these are absolutely, look how cute they are, absolutely glorious. So what I'd like to suggest, the invitation is, for the oak, I'd like you to think of a situation or an intention or something that has happened in the last 6 months. So from the winter solstice till now, think of something that you have completed, something that has taken time to grow, but as of now, you've fully done it. It could be that you did something major, like ran a marathon. It could be something as little as you planted seeds in springtime and now they're flowering. It can be something really, really small or something really, really big. It's completely up to you what you decide. But what I'd like you to do is imagine this situation whatever it may be, I'd like you to imagine it in front of an oak tree. Picture that situation in front of an oak tree and honour its completion. See it in front of that oak tree. Witness that it's been achieved. Be grateful that you succeeded and honour that it's done. Honour that it's happened. You're grateful for how it was. But now breathe it into the air. Allow the oak tree to take it. That part is done. So now I'd like you to think of something you'd like to bring to fruition, something you'd like to learn, something you'd like to achieve. It could be something really, really big, or it can be something really small. It could be that you want to learn a new musical instrument. It could be that you want to learn a new language. It could be to try a new hobby. It could be that you want to maybe have the confidence to go to a new event that maybe you've never been before. Or it could be something really, 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 really tiny, like maybe you'll plant seeds that will get ready to grow. It can be something, whatever you'd like it to be. But what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to think of it in front of a holly tree. Think of it as in front of a holly tree. And think of it as a tiny, 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 tiny little seed. Something that's just going to start. You just put in the intention just now. Just for this weekend, you're going to start. Whatever it's going to be. But this weekend, you'll start it. And then the intention and the wish is that when you see a holly tree in December, when it's fully grown, full bloom, deep red berries, you'll be reminded of your little intention that you set this evening. That little intention that grew over the next 6 months. And what I'd like to finish with is the invitation for this weekend is for you to go out into the woods. Go out on an adventure. Go and find a holly tree. Go and find an oak tree. And just look at them. Just witness them. Just see what messages they have for you. Witness your journey along theirs. Where are you at this solstice? What intentions do you have? What have you created? What have you already achieved? And what can you let go of? Wishing you all a wonderful summer solstice. Owen.
Oh, well, indeed. Thank you, Shell. That was beautiful as always.
Thank you.
See, we didn't even need the poem.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, I just like to say to everybody who's watching, I've known Shell for about a year, I think. And we met at one of the retreats, and I remember how excited she was to say, I'm coming to join the course. And it's just been amazing to watch you blossom and bloom within this course. You are a real treasure for this
Thank
group.
you.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. I will let you leave and I'll see you later. Thank you. That was my one-handed prayer. Do you see it? Yeah. Yeah. So that was beautiful. I learned quite a bit from that, I think, because I've got a holly bush at the back and it's become a bit of a nuisance, but I can't bring myself to cut it down. So no matter how much I trim it back, it keeps coming back. So it clearly wants to stay. So yeah, there was quite a lot to take from that. So now that we've completed the first three, I think I'd like to introduce you to another special guest that I haven't mentioned yet this evening. This is my drum, and he's called Arawn. I birthed this drum a year ago, just after Litha, and it was a real incredible experience to take it and shape it from the very beginnings, and to watch it become something that it was, something that I had crafted myself. And the process involves, obviously, the skin is quite wet when you first put it on, but it takes around 6 days to mature and to dry and be ready to use for the first time. So last year, the preparation was perfectly timed because it was ready to use at exactly when the sun came up at solstice. My wife and I, we stayed up all night long waiting to welcome in the sunrise on solstice, and I found that I'd fallen asleep on the settee, and outside on the lawn was my wife christening Arawn for the very first time. So she had the very first play. But I don't begrudge her because I wouldn't share this with anybody else in the world because she is very special to me. Anyway, enough about that. So why Arawn? Well, I had to name him. And when I was a child, I used to be captured by the stories of the Mabinogion. Now, for those who've never heard of the Mabinogion are the old Welsh stories, the old Welsh folklore. And I thought, oh, I'll have a little dig in there and see if I can find some inspiration. And there was one name that came out and just sort of jumped out at me, and thought that when I read the background, I thought that's the perfect one for me. And it's for Arawn. So Arawn is the king of a place called Anofn. Now, in Welsh tradition, Anofn means other world. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. King of the underworld. It must be a demon or a villain. But no, he is neither of those things. He is merely the king of his realm. And what he offers, or he rules rather, with exchange rather than conquest. So there's the story of him and a young prince called Pwyll from David, I believe. And Pwyll one day found himself wandering in a foreign forest, and he came across Arawn, and they exchanged. As part of this meeting, Arawn asked him if he would exchange places with him for 1 year and 1 day. And they exchanged places. And throughout all of that time, I mean, it's a long story, but needless to say, Pwyll did not let him down. He ruled just as Arawn would. And he rewarded him with his friendship. And that is the story of Arawn. And I think we can all take a little piece from that story ourselves and think about what it is that we are borrowing and being entrusted with. Just whether you want to say it's, the country you live in, the house you live in, or just the body you live in. Give thanks to it and treat it as if Arawn is watching and you want to earn his respect. So, with that, I'm going to now begin a drum journey. So please indulge me, and I'll let Arawn take you down. So first of all, if you can just please find yourself a nice comfortable position, and if possible, uncross your legs. Maybe place your hands on your knees or on your lap, whatever's most comfortable for you. And then close your eyes. And deep breaths. Each one will get slower and slower. while you have your eyes closed, I want you to take this opportunity to take in your surroundings. The chair that you're feeling underneath you, the air around you, any smells, any sounds. Don't label them, just merely watch them without judgment. Now I'd like you to reach into your heart space. Feel that ancient wisdom, that divine energy in your heart. And as you do that, feel that spark of light growing and emanating out from your heart space, up past your throat chakra, past your third eye, and activating your crown chakra, sending a beam of light up into Father Sky. Feel that energy. And now, imagine from your heart that energy anchoring down through you, through your solar plexus, through your sacral chakra, through the root, down your feet, to the floor below. Below the ground underneath you is the soil, the rock, the mud, the dirt. And feel the roots coming out of your feet, out of your body, down into the earth. Breathe in that mother energy from Pachamama. Feel it coming up through your feet, filling your entire being. Now I'd like you to think, or to imagine, those roots going further down into the ground, past all the crystals, the gemstones, past the molten rock and the lava, down to another realm. And as you get there, you see a forest in front of you with an opening. The air is a little different here, cleaner but older, ancient. There's a slight smell, and the colours are different, more vibrant, darker colours. This is Anovan. Through the trees, you see a light that draws you in. Take your time. Walk slowly through. All around the perimeter of this forest and along the path guiding you are rows and rows of roses. Rows of roses. Bright. Almost purple, they're so red. Slowly walk the path, feel the earth beneath your feet. Feel the breeze on your skin. Smell that forest. And as you make your way to the other side of the forest, you see a clearing. It's where the light is drawing you. fire is the light. This fire is Grandfather Fire. Grandfather Fire has been burning through all of time, longer than humans even had a name for him. Come closer. Feel that warmth. Feel it radiating on your forehead, your face, your chest and arms, all over your body. Grandfather Fire invites you to come and sit with him. Listen with an open heart. Listen to what the fire is speaking to you. Maybe you have a question. Ask your question. Maybe the question is, what light do I carry forth down this summit and into the year ahead? Don't force an answer. Just simply sit with it. The answer may come in a brightness of the light. It could be a thought. It could be a whisper. It could be nothing. Either way, know that the fire is speaking to you, speaking directly to your open heart. And as you sit there in the fire, by the fire, not in the fire, as you sit there by the fire, you feel the presence of someone watching the outer edges of the forest. This is the figure of Aaron and his trusty dog. He's watching how you accept this realm and how you treat it. Now the fire gives you something. Maybe it's a coal or a piece of charcoal or a spark, a thought, an idea. Whatever it is, take it with you. Hold it in your heart. Get up slowly from the fire and start to walk backwards into the forest, making your way back along the path that you came. Take in the lushness of that forest once again and the genuine beauty of those roses. I don't bid you farewell, friend. And as you reach the bottom of the roots, make your way back up through the magma, up through the stone, through the dirt and the soil and the ground beneath you, through the floor that your feet are on, up through your feet, past your root chakra, your sacral chakra, solar plexus, and into your heart. Feel that energy. And bit by bit, it is time to come back. So I invite you to put your hand on your heart. Feel that energy. And maybe you would like to move your hands to your eyes. Feel that warm energy. And when you're ready, open your eyes and welcome back. Well, I hope that went well. That was Aaron's very first public performance. So I hope it went okay. Right. Without further ado, I would now like to bring my very, very dear close friend, Hayden, up to the stage. Welcome, brother. Let me unmute you. There we go. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. With everyone's offerings tonight, you're making me feel so relaxed.
Yeah. Can I just take this moment? I've just realized there was something I meant to do right at the very beginning, but it's never too late to do it. I forgot to light my ceremonial candle. I bought it specially for this event tonight. So there you go, my little offering for Litha.
Yes.
So, brother, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. I've been enjoying everybody's offerings.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody.
So, along with myself, you've been on the course pretty much from the beginning. It's been a valuable experience, isn't it? I've seen you grow from where you were when we first started as to where you are now. Just for anybody who's watching, Hayden does some amazing breath work. He is an avid student and now practitioner of breath work. So yeah, it's wonderful watching you grow. But tonight, I don't believe we have a breathwork offering. I think we have something a little bit different.
We do. There's no breathing tonight, so everybody can relax and just take your pen and paper out and just sit back.
Excellent. Well, I think people have had enough of me for now, so I'm going to step out and I'm going to leave it all to you, brother.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. So it is something a little bit different tonight, and what my talk is about is illuminating our shadows through conscious awareness and dreaming. And many of you are probably a little bit shocked by when I said dreaming, because a lot of you may say I don't dream, but after the end of this, you will be dreaming, I guarantee it. So as Litha marks the summer solstice, the moment when the sun reaches its greatest strength, across many traditions, it's actually celebrated as the festival of light, vitality, abundance, and awakenings. But yet there's actually a deeper teaching hidden within the solstice. And as that outer light actually reaches its peak, we're invited to turn inwards and ask ourselves a very important question here. What remains unseen within me? What remains hidden? And that then brings us to shadow work and awareness. So according to Carl Jung, our shadows consist of aspects of ourselves that remain hidden from our conscious awareness. These may be emotions, they could be traits, our memories, our desires, our fears, but then even our gifts and our strengths that we've pushed away and we've never fully embraced. So Jung reminds us, he actually says that one does not become enlightened just by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. So the shadow is not what is wrong with us. The shadow is what remains unseen in our unconscious, subconscious. So Litha offers us a powerful opportunity to bring awareness to these hidden aspects of ourselves to our shadow. So just as the sun illuminates the outer world, awareness can illuminate our inner world, having complete awareness. So that brings us to dreams. And dreams are the language of the unconscious. It's one of the ways that the unconscious communicates with us is through dreams. So every single night, beneath the surface of our ordinary awareness, our psyche creates stories, symbols, emotions, landscapes, even characters that reflect parts of ourselves that we may not fully recognize during waking life. So dreams can reveal fears that we avoid. They can reveal gifts that we've forgotten, and they can reveal wounds that actually seek healing. So from a Jung perspective, many dream characters can be understood as aspects of our own psyche appearing in a symbolic form. So it's the unconscious always speaking to us through repetitive dreams, through patterns. So the question here is, are we actually listening to what our subconscious is saying? So even through nightmares, this is the subconscious shouting at us because we're more than likely not listening. We're not remembering our dreams. So every night we dream, but if we're not remembering it, if we're not listening to those messages, a simple nightmare. Have you ever had that where you haven't remembered dreams for ages and all of a sudden last night I had a nightmare and it was so vivid, or I had a really vivid dream? That's in a way the subconscious almost shouting at us to say, listen to what I'm saying to you every night. You're not listening to me. So this is what it does. So this then leads us on to something called lucid dreaming, bringing awareness into the dream. So lucid dreaming occurs when you realize that you are dreaming while the dream is still happening. So instead of remaining unconscious within the dream, awareness awakens fully. So this actually creates the opportunity then, rather than merely observing the unconscious, we can consciously interact with it. And this is why many people, including Charlie Morley, who I follow, see lucid dreaming as a profound tool for healing, self-discovery, and shadow integration. So when we become lucid, and lucid doesn't just mean in dreaming, in nighttime and dreams. Lucid is in daytime, when we are fully lucid and aware. So when we become lucid, we engage directly with the dream figures, the landscapes. But when we meet these figures, we can ask questions like, who are you? What do you represent? What do you want me to know? So like even the dream figures that appear frightening or uncomfortable could be carrying very important messages for us. So often what we fear in dreams reflects something that we've not yet fully embraced within ourselves. So when we meet these figures with curiosity instead of resistance, transformation becomes possible. And it's absolutely possible. So this is where I'm going to invite everybody now to do a 3-day solstice lucidity challenge. I know it's 3 days. I know that may seem like a daunting task, but honestly, consistency here is key. Not technique, just consistency. Being present and being aware. So for 3 days surrounding Litha, I'm going to invite you to practice awareness with conscious intention, which we are then in waking life, and we're going to transform this into dreaming at night. So think of this as training your inner light. Okay, so it's a simple task. Every hour, I want you to perform a reality check. Now, this could be done by using an alarm, a timer, but there are also free dreaming apps on Play Store, which will allow you to set these times, and it will give you notifications and pings. I know it seems like a bit of a task, but trust me, every hour we're going to perform a reality check and become fully present in that moment. We're not going to do it mechanically. We're going to do it genuinely. We're going to ask, Am I dreaming right now? But I want you to really feel into this question. I want you to believe that you really don't know if you're dreaming. So when that alarm goes off, as long as you're in a safe space, I want you to stop what you're doing, become fully present, and ask yourself, am I dreaming right now? And genuinely have curiosity about it. A lot of the time you may think, well, I know I'm not dreaming. I'm in work. My boss has just screamed at me and I know I'm not dreaming because I'm sat here now. And, and you go down that line and think, we're not here for that. We're here to genuinely have curiosity, to become fully present in that moment and ask and think, am I actually dreaming? And then to investigate, we're going to do one of two reality checks. So you can choose whichever one feels comfortable for you. So what I do is this one. We're going to count the fingers on our hands. So when we stop and our timer goes off and we ask, am I dreaming? We're going to look at our hand and we're going to count our fingers. We're going to go, am I dreaming? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I take my hand away. I look at it again. Am I dreaming? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do it 3 times. Am I dreaming? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm counting my fingers because in waking world, in reality, I have 5 fingers. But in the dream, the hand can often be unstable. It can be distorted or unusual. Or like me, you would have 6 fingers. And I guarantee you will have 6 fingers. There'll be a finger poking up here and you'll go, am I dreaming? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bingo. And this is what we're after, is we're actually taking that awareness, even if we only have 5. We don't want disappointment. We still want to have that curiosity because we're aiming to have that 6th finger. So the second reality check is to push 2 fingers through your palm. So when that timer goes off and we ask, am I dreaming? We're going to push 2 fingers through the palm. But we're going to believe that those 2 fingers are going to come out at the back of the hand. We're really going to believe because we're curious and we think, yeah, same with the 6 fingers. Believe that you have 6 fingers. Believe that these 2 fingers are going to go through your hand. And even when they don't be disappointed. Don't accept the answer either, because this is where it gets interesting. I want you to cultivate a genuine curiosity. And this is where it takes us to the awareness practice. So when we're doing this, I want you to actually have full awareness. So each time you perform that reality check, pause and fully engage your senses. After you've done the checks, look around, ask yourself, what can I see? What can I hear? What can I smell? What can I feel? Can I touch stuff? Take a moment to truly arrive and feel the warmth of the sun if it's there. Notice the colors around you. Listen to the sounds of life and become deeply aware in that present moment. This is the real practice. This is lucidity. And this begins long before sleep. And I've had many times where consistency will bring you to a point where you will question your reality around you that I can't really explain it. In your mind, your body questions, your body changes. You get these goosebumps, these vibrations, and you genuinely, your mind doesn't know for a second whether you're dreaming or whether you're awake. And you have this sense of confusion, but not in a bad way, in a curious way. And your surroundings change and you actually immerse yourself in your environment. You become fully present with curiosity. It's amazing. So then this is the day practice. We're then going to take it into our sleep. So then this is easy. So each night when you're laying in bed, we're going to say affirmations just before for 3 nights. So you've done your lucidity and awareness practice in a day. We've now gone to bed. Every hour you're doing your checks as much as you can. You go to bed, you lay in there. You're going to try and go to sleep. So you're going to start saying some affirmations, only 3. You can say any 3 affirmations you want. What I say is, tonight, I'm going to become aware within my dreams. Tonight, I will remember a dream. Tonight, I will lucid dream. Really believe these affirmations. Feel into them. And allow these affirmations to accompany you to sleep. They should be the last words and the last thoughts on your mind before you eventually drift off. The last words. And then, if you do become lucid in a dream, pause. Breathe. Stabilize your dream by looking around. Engage with your senses, but not in an excited way, in a calm, collective way, like you've been doing during the day. If the dream starts to distort, shake, spin around, move your hands really fast. Just stay centered and present, and then look at them. Count your fingers again, do your reality checks. Make sure that you're dreaming. So once you're lucid and you're staying in a dream, you can then start to ask the dream to show you things. Show me a shadow aspect that's ready to be integrated. What part of myself is seeking awareness? What am I ready to learn? Meet whatever arises with compassion. And remember, at Litha, the goal is not to destroy darkness. It's to illuminate it, show it love, and integrate it. This is practice that you can carry on any time of the day. This is full awareness. This is lucidity. This is being present with your feelings, your emotions, yourself. And the aim of it is to become so aware, so lucid during waking reality that when you go to sleep, we then start to listen to our dreams. The affirmations will allow you to remember those dreams. They will allow you to talk to your subconscious. So as you're going to sleep, your subconscious will think, right, well, this is different. She's actually asking to engage with the dreams. So tonight I'm going to give them a vivid dream. And I guarantee consistency. It's not about technique, consistency. Stay with it for 3 days. Do as much as you can. Don't get disappointed. Be playful. Show yourself love through it. If you've missed the last 2 hours, don't be gutted. Don't think, oh, there's no point in doing a third. Just carry on. Do as much as you can. Be excited. And then transfer this into the sleeping. So at Litha, we celebrate the longest day. But the deeper invitation is to not merely celebrate the light, but it's to actually become the light, to bring awareness into the places that we've forgotten, to illuminate fear with understanding, to illuminate separation with compassion, and to illuminate unconsciousness with presence. So as that outer sun reaches its peak, may the inner light of awareness shine into both your waking life and your dream life, revealing not what is hidden within you, but what is ready to be seen, healed, and made whole. So I hope you enjoy your journey for the next 3 days. Be consistent, show love to yourself, have fun with it, and really try and remember a dream. And after 3 days, I guarantee with consistency, you will remember a dream. And that is you listening to your subconscious talking to you. And then you can move on to shadow integration. And shadow work in your dreams is so transformational. It's so powerful. So I just want to take this moment to say Awen, and thank you for listening. And I hope you take something from this. Much love.
Beautiful as always, brother. Absolutely amazing. I thought that just your breath work was going to be enough to get me hooked in. I got to get more of this, got to get more of this. But the dreaming thing, I think that's even further back for me. I've always been fascinated by dreams. And I've always been like frustrated because other people can do lucid dreaming and I can't. And I'm like, what have I got to do? I heard that there's a story where apparently monks, when they're walking around during the day, they will suddenly jump up in the air, just do a quick jump, just to prove where they are, so that if they do the same thing in the dream, off they go, and they just, and that's a way of them tapping into lucid dreaming. But I
Yeah.
thank you for that. I'm going to be watching this back, and I'm going to be trying out that practice myself. So can you tell me a little bit more about lucid dreaming? Then can it help with manifestations?
It can, yes. Yeah. It's so lucid dreaming is a practice. It's like anything. It takes time, it takes dedication, and it takes a lot of love. There's a lot of disappointment too. You put in enough effort, and then some nights you don't dream. But when you do finally get those dreams, when you do finally become lucid, the things that anything you can do is so transformational, so powerful.
Excellent. Okay then, brother, I will leave you be now, and I will begin the closing part of the ceremony.
Thank you
again. So, wow, what an offering we've had tonight. We've had a whole smorgasbord of some wonderful wisdom, insights, and practices. If you've felt aligned with anything here tonight and you feel called to do it, please share this video. Share it on YouTube or on Instagram or Facebook. Share it with somebody you think will really benefit, or somebody maybe it's just somebody you love and you think, I think you need this. So yeah, please share. So before I close up, I think I would like to bring everybody back up on stage if they're available. And I just want to say a personal thank you. Hello, everybody. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. They were truly magnificent tonight. Thank you so much. This was a daunting task for me, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you so much. So, as we begin to close, the wheel turns. We began tonight at the peak, the longest day, the fullest light. We stood at the summit and looked across the year and everything it has ahead of us and what was behind us. Now the descent begins, not in defeat, but in rhythm. The sun begins to slow down its way down the mountain, and the nights begin to lengthen. Don't be disheartened. Take the light with you. You don't go empty-handed. You carry that spark from grandfather fire. You carry the image of the rose, blooming fully, thorns and all, unapologetically in its beauty. Carry whatever word, image, or feeling came to you from the other world, from Anovan. Don't let it go. The year ahead will ask things of you. It will test you. Whether you keep the flame lit when the dark grows longer or not, it will ask you to walk the path of sovereignty. Authority over your own choices, your own breath, your own yes or no. The path is walked one step at a time, not all at once, not perfectly, but deliberately. So to Sean, Beck, Shell, Hayden, thank you. You offered something wonderful tonight, which takes courage. It matters more than you know. And everyone who watched, whether it's live or on replay, thank you for holding this container with us. Your presence fed the fire. If something landed for you, like I said, please share it in the chat or in the Merlin app, or share it with your friends. And last of all, Fed, thank you so much for passing the torch. I hope I made you proud, brother. So the rose opens, the wheel turns, the path descends. Walk it with intention. In Lakesh and Arwen.
Arwen.